but like I had no idea what these songs meant and why I should put them together. And then that sort of became the whole message of the whole project. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know what these songs mean. And then in the like process of putting them all together and promoting it, I was like, oh, learning. Get it.
It's so mad how it like manages to fall into place, because I was listening and I was like, you know what? Obviously, there's a lot of learning in it. There's a lot of like mistake making, or not even like necessarily mistakes, but experiences. And I kind of, my note on it was like, it feels like there's this really positive spin on women owning their own actions. And you've got like Pretty Boys and Why Can't I Have Two as prime examples of this. But I feel like that wasn't conscious. I feel like it's like you just having your experiences out there, right?
And like all of my songs are about things that I've gone through, or like things that my friends have come to me and been like, Caity, I've done something awful. And I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. Because to me, I see like every experience a good one, because you're going to take on something from that experience. So like I've gone through some awful shit, like, and I've like, it's been bad. And then it's just like the way that you get through that is like almost taking it on the chin and applying it to what you'll do next, so that it never happens again, even though it probably will happen again. It's fine. But like, it's all just a process.
That's the plot. That one's the plot.
That's the plot. But I think it's sort of like owning it and also just like laughing about it at the same time, because like, you know, when you go through something and at the time you're like, oh my god, this is awful and it's going to be awful forever, and then 2 weeks later you're like, oh,
laughing about it with your mates.
Yeah, like now it's a funny story. Like that's what the plot's for. It's like one day this will all be funny, and like most of the time it is funny. So just live and learn and be silly.
I actually did have a question about like sort of your writing process, like, because you have all these experiences in there which are so relatable, and obviously you've just mentioned about like chatting to your friends, but do you have like in your notes like loads of different things being like, yeah, actually that one could go in a song, or are they like brainstorming sessions with your pals? Like, how do you like draw these?
Most of the time I have this list on my phone, on my notes app, called song titles and concepts. And whenever somebody says something, like I could be walking down the street and I could like overhear a conversation from somebody, and I'll go, oh my god, that's such a sick like title for a song, or that's such a sick idea for a song, and I'll put it down. But most of the time it is just me being like, here's what I've gone through and here's me summing up in 2 words, and then I'll go into a session and be like, oh yeah, this happened, guys, let's make a song about it. But it's just easy breezy. It's so fun.
Yeah, I have to ask, like, have you had to deal with any upset boys in the comments about your lyrics?
Yes, quite a few times actually. I feel like the way that I write is just a bit too specific. Are you talking about like people that the songs are about finding out that it's about them, or like just
potentially? Actually, yeah, is that a thing as well?
Okay, so I've had both. I feel like the only hate comments I ever get are from boys or like really, really, really old men. And I just think like, firstly, ew. Secondly, like, do you not have anything better to do than shit 21-year-old who's just like out here having a giggle? Like, what are you doing, Peter, in your mum's basement on my things? Like, stop.
I literally like got a little like brackets being like, did you send the link to I Love Making Bad Boys Cry? I mean, you could interchange the bad
comment now saying thanks for your attention, kiss. Like, thank you. But I also have had people like realize that the songs are about them and then not be very happy about that, and I'm just like, well, it's my job.
Content, you know, be flattered. This one's inspired by you.
Yeah.